Rage. Rage is nothing new when it comes to video games. And over the years, content creators have been getting millions of views over clips of them raging. But I don't have to be the first one to tell you that teammates are stupid. And when playing fighting games, you are stupid. You're the one making the mistake. But at what point was it that the video games themselves were trying to get you mad? Not the competition, not the lack of skill that you obtained, but the video games. Games like Getting Over It, games like Jump King, Only Up. These new games have been produced for the sole reason to make the user quit. Difficulty in games is not a new thing. Dark Souls has a whole genre of games dedicated to difficult boss fights, hard runbacks, just overall annoying experiences that people love. But why is that? Why do people thrive when it comes to difficulty? They feel the need to boast about the accomplishments that they made, that they beat pre-patch for Dawn, that they are able to go through the game hitless, through multiple games, have a god run of 7 games in a row hitless. No matter what we do, we always try to make the game harder. If it's too easy, we lose interest, but when is it ever too hard? At what point do people give up and stop trying? The answer is never. Let me introduce you to my favorite genre, roguelike games, roguelite games, whatever type of games you call it. The core mechanic is if you die, you don't quit. If you have a bad run, you don't quit. If you have a better run, then you win. And you keep doing that until you win. It's the key to the game's format. Persistence will get you a long way. And they perfected that through multiple runbacks. They want you to lose, they want you to die, because learning is the best asset that you will have. It does not matter how many runs you have with all the perfect items if you do not learn, if you do not evolve when playing the game. The issue is that this format is not made for everyone. There's only a certain set of people that were conditioned to win, no matter what the cost, no matter the adversity that they face. Now, people who say it's just a game, just give up, just walk away, they don't have the same mindset as one who keeps on trying. Let's just try that one more time. I just need one more game. We can't end on a loss. You need to wire your brain to get some dopamine fix, to get yourself above other people. It's why speedrunning has become such a big part of video games, that they're basically connected to each other. You don't see someone speedrunning their walk to work, no, or driving as fast as they can to see how fast they can get an ice cream cone from McDonald's, because the machine's already broken. Real life doesn't have the same thrill when it comes to completing something, when it comes to boasting about the accomplishments. If you put 1,000 monkeys in a room with a typewriter, they will create Shakespeare. And if you put 1,000 speedrunners in a room, there will be a new record broken every single day. And when did it get like this, you may ask? No one will ever find the beginning, because it's human nature to want to be the best. You may not want to admit it, but you want to be the best. It's deep down inside you. It's deep down inside me for sure. No matter what, you want to complete this. You want to feel a sense of accomplishment when playing a game. Now, the games that push you to the absolute limit are the ones that give you the best experience and the best reward. Because you, yes, you beat the game. You beat the developer. It's a simple one-on-one matchup between the skills that they have to push you away from completion and the finish line, versus the skills that you obtain and learn to succeed and pass the finish line. With having this mindset, with the community of gamers usually having the mindset, when have we evolved to the point where games have become too difficult, where the challenges have become so bizarre? Have you seen the types of speedruns that people are doing? Small Ant's huge example of his pencil sharpening speedrun. We have an speedrun of the American Dad intro. Everyone has a different threshold when it comes to how much time they're willing to spend. Now, me personally, I would love to go ahead and try to beat every single Souls game hitless. I feel like it would be such an extreme challenge, and saying I'm one of those people, one of the few, I don't even think hundreds, maybe even 10, maybe even single digit numbers that beaten a god run would be such an accomplishment. And I feel that the value that I have associated to that would be amazing. But, you know, to someone else, to someone who's a casual gamer, to those Animal Crossing gamers, to the 2D platform gamers, they don't care. And at the end of the day, the only accomplishment, the only reason why people push themselves to beat these difficult games is to fulfill something within them. And everyone has different levels and different mindsets, different things that they like and don't like. Difficulty is not the only factor when it comes to games. Now, I've said it and I've said it again. Dark Souls is my favorite game when it comes to difficult games. I've platinumed multiple of the games, and I think generally the community will say, oh, these games are hard, especially for new gamers. Now, if we go to Celeste, another game that's known for being hard, known for being technical, I could not beat the game. It was genuinely too hard, even though people say I've beaten Dark Souls. I've done everything you could. I've done hitless runs. I've done runs where I have little items where I'm level 1, but I can't beat Celeste. And is that an issue? No, because people come into gaming, people love games for different reasons. I have a different skill set when it comes to beating games than someone who's a speedrunner, than someone who's a casual gamer, than someone who just wants to enjoy games without even thinking about the possibility of persisting and going through the challenge of dying over and over again. And there is a stopping point, no matter what you say, there is a realistic stopping point where you give up, where you have fatigue from playing the game. You just genuinely don't want to play anymore, where you don't get back up and you lose. You just lose. Everyone has to lose one day, and maybe today would be that day for that game, and it's over. But if anything, if I were to take away something from video games, it would be the constant persistence and drive. It's the learning and the realization that no matter what, I can always reach the end goal that I achieve as long as I put my mind to it, yeah? And I think the saddest part about everything is that people fail to realize that this mindset goes way beyond video games.